Hey, what is going on guys? It's Sarge, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Daikyu, so drop a like on the video if you enjoyed and let's get started. Now the Daikyu is a mastery rank 0 weapon that can be gotten pretty early on in the game. However, you will need to be in a clan to actually get this, since you will have to research it in the Tenno lab, so it can take you a little bit of time to actually get this weapon to begin with. Now the Daikyu does have a pretty decent amount of damage, only second to the lens, and it only has a 20% critical chance, so it doesn't really compete in the critical category for other bows in the game, but it does make up for itself with a 50% status chance, which is one of the highest in the game of all primary weapons, only tied with the miter, and this weapon is really good for making status based builds. However, a huge drawback with this weapon is its fire rate. Since it does take like a whole second and a half to actually charge up this weapon, you will have to waste some mod capacity on actual speed mods to be able to make up for this loss of speed, and it can hurt your damage output. Now, unlike other bows, the Daikyu does have a really weird quirk to it. For some reason, you cannot hold the Daikyu's charge when you're charging up the bow for more than about 5 seconds before the actual timer resets, and you would have to pull back the bow a second time. And it also has a really small quirk to go with it where you can't actually quick fire this bow. So most bows in this game you can actually just tap fire it and maybe half shoot it with a 50% charge, but with this bow you have to charge it up to a 100% before you can actually fire it. So having a fast fire rate is pretty important, since it does take a long time to actually charge up, and just being able to hold it for at least 5 seconds is going to be enough time to actually get to your first shot, and so on and so forth. So it's really important to pick your shots wisely. Now for my build, I decided to go with a lot of speed and a lot of damage and elemental. Since this weapon is a status based weapon, I decided to go with split chamber incineration to increase as much damage and status chance as I can. I decided to go with speed trigger to increase the amount of fire rate I have, since it is very slow, and being able to make up for it over vile acceleration, which lowers damage, is pretty important, since you don't want to lose damage on this bow, since it is pretty high damage, and lowering it is not really going to help you. Now the next thing I put is the infected clip with Stormbringer, since using elementals on this is really powerful with the high status chance. Being able to use as much status as possible is really important on this weapon to make it competitive. I decided to add malignant force to add more status chance and to increase the toxin damage even further on this weapon, while increasing the status chance to go with it. Now there is another slot left that I haven't put any mods in. For this, you can put any mod you want in here. You can add another dual stat mod, maybe another speed mod, maybe another damage mod like heavy caliber, or you can add some more crit with critical delay. It's your choice on what you want to put there. I left it open for people that have different types of builds, and so it can be more in your favor on what you like to use with your actual Daikyu. So what is your guys' opinion on the Daikyu? Do you like this weapon? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? To me, it's okay. It's not the best weapon in the world, but I still would use this if it had maybe a faster fire rate. Since the slow fire rate kind of turns me off when it comes to this weapon, I'd rather use the Dread over it with the faster fire rate, or maybe even the Arachnocernos with its incredibly fast fire rate. So that'll be the video for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe for more Warframe content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.